guys, welcome to Bar Z. My name's Stan, and today we're going to do a tool review. And I thought I'd use this a little while before I did a review on it. This is a knockoff of a Metabo burnishing machine. So we got a Scotch-Brite wheel there, and I'm going to show you everything it came with. I bought it from Amazon, and I didn't really need a bunch of burnishing to be done. I didn't want to buy, if you've ever priced the Metabo burnishing machine, holy cow, they're expensive. But what I did buy was this on Amazon, which is probably less than a third, maybe a quarter of the price. And with the instructions, they call it a throw mill, which is interesting, but on the tool it says burnishing and polishing machine. Now, I was going to go over it and tell you what it does. I'm using it to touch up brushed stainless steel. Now, let's show you everything it comes with. It comes with a manual that's actually very poorly translated. There's not a whole lot of info in there about it, but it does give you a parts breakdown, which is nice, you know. And I don't know whether you would even be able to buy replacement parts if there's nowhere on here to contact them for replacement parts. No website or contact info here, or actually on the tool. But for what I paid for it and for the amount of use I'm going to give it, it's probably adequate. What they do provide you with, first of all, is your instruction manual. They do give you a set of spare brushes. It's a pretty hostile environment when you're using it. It's a lot of dust and a lot of abrasive particles. Make sure you do it outside or in a well-ventilated area and wear breathing protection. And you can see the inlet screen gets really clogged here. So I'm sure the brushes won't last long with all those abrasives flying around in there. But they do give you brushes. They give you a tool to remove the wheel. And they give you an Allen wrench to deal with the guard. All right. And I'm going to show you, let's go over the tool and I'm going to show you what I'm using it for. And, you know, I'm using it very light duty. Now, they do give you a wheel. And, you know, for the heck of it, I ordered a genuine Metabo wheel. That is a Metabo wheel, and that's a combination wheel. This is pure Scotch-Brite. That's a maroon Scotch-Brite. No abrasive in there except for the actual Scotch-Brite. But this is what comes on it. And this provides more of a polish, and it was polishing more than it was putting a grain in the material. And I read around on the internet long and hard until I found a nice chart. Now this wheel, it's actually got abrasive flaps right there. So you can see it's got a kind of an emery cloth and then a layer of Scotch-Brite. Emery cloth, Scotch-Brite, emery cloth, Scotch-Brite. So that is a genuine Metabo wheel, and it is a 180 grit. And I'm using it to touch up number 4 stainless steel grain. All right. So it comes with one wheel. Wasn't happy with the wheel that they provided. Metabo wheel fits right on there. It's got a pretty interesting, it's got a kind of a 4-key setup here. The shaft uses 2 keys, so you can put this on 2 different ways. And this is not rotationally dependent in any way. This wheel doesn't care which way it spins. This one does, because we've only got abrasive in one direction. This thing spins from this side counterclockwise. Or for our metric friends, that's anti-clockwise. All right. There's a guide roller right down here. So when you are burnishing, you've got somewhere to roll your tool, and you roll it into your work and you pull it towards you as it's spinning. All right. And it cannot be reversed. So you're stuck with this configuration here. The only thing you can do is you can switch this handle over to this side if that helps you. But it almost feels like it's for a lefty, but it cannot be converted to a righty. All right, let's talk about the speed control. It's got a speed control lever right here, or a little dial. Lowest is 600 RPM. Highest is 3000 RPM. And I'm going to show you what it does. Let me get it plugged in here. Okay, it's got a real interesting start on it. It's got kind of a ramp up. If I just fully trigger it, All right, it doesn't go full speed. If I just trigger it here, that's your lowest speed. There's 1,000. So it's got kind of a soft start. It's not really a hard start. And there's no electric braking or anything, so it does come, just coasts to a stop. So no electric brake like I don't know, some of the saws and stuff. But what you would do is start your machine, roll it into your work, and pull it towards you on the guide roller. All right, for doing large surfaces. And that guide roller is going to help you stay with the grain. All right. So that's everything it came with. And so far, I've been satisfied with the tool. Like I say, I don't use it very heavily that would really warrant me buying a genuine Metabo. I'm not usually very big on the knockoffs. But when something comes along like this, I'm going to show you what I do with it. And, you know, I just think for what little I'm going to use it, I couldn't justify spending the $1,000 or so on a genuine Metabo. All right, let's look at what we're doing with it. My little ovens. I come in here and I TIG weld these corners right here, and I get some heat soak out to here. So on all four corners, you're going to get the blue bleed out. Now this one's got a grain going in this direction, and this one's got a grain going in this direction, and then we're here and here. All right, let's get another one that I've already burnished. And this is super quick. I clamped this in a set of soft jaws on the vise. And here, let me wipe my finger over that and get fingerprints and everything off of it. But that's the grain right there that I put back in it. And I touch the weld. Just remove all the blue color on the weld. And then this grain's going in this direction. So that's everything I'm doing with it. So I'm taking it from this to this in a matter of about 30 seconds per corner, maybe less, maybe 15, 20 seconds. It's very fast. And so I don't use it a whole lot. You know, all I'm doing is touching up the welds on these are the doors for my little ovens. And this has been satisfactory. Now, if I'm doing an assembly and I happen to scratch an oven, which I've done in the past, I had one upside down on the bench, and I was, you know, working it and moving it around, and then I picked it up and I found out there was a pop rivet laying on the bench, and it dug a big gouge in the top of an oven. I used this and I polished out those scratches. It took a little bit of time. I lubricated. When you're doing stainless sheets, you need to lubricate. You can use just a light oil, WD-40, whatever, but you can use a slight amount of lubricant on there and keep your material clean. You know, do a few passes, give it a wipe down, re-lubricate, do it again. So it keeps your wheel clean, and it puts a really nice grain in your sheets. All right. So burnishing machine, it's decent. I've worked it now. I've had this tool for probably about 3 months now, and I use it off and on, not real heavily, but I believe it's adequate. And you know, I thought I'd share it with you because I mean the savings on it is huge. I'm not an affiliate. This is not a paid endorsement or anything like that, but I will leave a link to this tool over on Amazon. So let you have a look at it. This is bought and paid for. I didn't receive this for any advertisement or anything, but thought I'd show it to you. All right. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next one.